Hello and welcome to Mind the Market. So today we're going to talk about GEO. Do you remember there was a time when if you had a question, you'd go straight to Google. And now platforms like ChatGPT or Gemini have taken over, and for Gen Z especially, these AI chatbots have become second nature. So what does that mean for brands? Well, from now on, they need to think GEO, that is Generative Engine Optimization, if they want to show up in the answers generated by AI engines and chatbots. If we compare it with SEO, SEO helps you appear in search results, think Google's links and rankings. When GEO, on the other hand, helps your content or brand appear inside the actual AI-generated answers that users get from platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity. In short, GEO is basically SEO 2.0, optimized for the age of artificial intelligence. And so in this episode, I'll break down why this concept is reshaping digital marketing, how brands are already using it successfully, and the psychology behind it, and also what it means for your own strategy. But before we dive in, if you enjoy this kind of marketing breakdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. So why should brands care about GEO? Because of several reasons. More and more users are turning to AI interfaces for instant answers, skipping traditional search engines like Google altogether. That means visibility metrics are changing. It's no longer just about clicks, it's about how often your brand is mentioned by AI chatbots. And being mentioned by an AI instantly gives you brand authority in the eyes of the user, because the AI is essentially recommending you. And GEO is building a new hierarchy of visibility now, being the answer itself, not just another link in a list. So how does GEO actually work? When a user asks a question, an AI chatbot like ChatGPT scans available web sources like websites, articles, databases to generate its answers. So to be mentioned, your content needs to be accessible and indexable by AI systems and include precise data, stats, and references, because these increase your chances of being pulled into responses. And you need to have a clear structure, natural flow, and markup that helps AI interpret your content. And you need to demonstrate expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness, since chatbots prioritize credible sources. And to create a strong GEO strategy, here are the key steps. First, audit your existing content. Identify what's already online, your semantic structure, and where you are being mentioned. 2, write AI optimized content, not just SEO content. That means creating content that large language models like ChatGPT can easily use in answers. And so you need to use clear Q&A blocks, short direct answers under 300 characters. And also you need to keep your tone educational and conversational, not overly salesy. 3 is going to be a bit technical, but you need to add schema tags like FAQ page, how to, product, because they help AI engines identify answer-ready content. You also need to mention your sources and include URL, because AIs reward content that's well referenced. And you need to make your text AI readable. So avoid overly complex phrasing. And 4, you need to strengthen off-site signals. GEO isn't just about your website. So you need to generate brand mentions on external sites like blogs, Reddits, forums, anything the AI can crawl and treat as as reference. You also need to launch UGC or influencer campaigns that boost your digital footprint. And basically, you need to maintain a strong online reputation because AIs favor brands seen as trustworthy. And 5, the last one, you need to measure and optimize. You should track how often your brand or content appears in AI responses. Like how many times does ChatGPT or Gemini mention us? And you've got tools like Maximus Labs that can help you monitor AI mentions and correlate them with traffic spikes. And you also need to continuously test and refine the prompts you're targeting, meaning what questions are your customers asking the AI? And obviously, you also need to keep updating your content, schemas, and requests new indexing regularly. But also, please avoid these mistakes, like creating low credibility AI bite content. Doesn't work. And also, one of the mistakes would be to be focused only on SEO, while ignoring the generative AI layer. Let's look at a real example. SmartRent, a company in the real estate tech space, by implementing a focused GEO strategy, they achieve a 32% increase in qualified leads directly from ChatGPT's mentions in just 6 weeks. The takeaway? When your brand is visible in AI generated answers, you unlock a whole new channel for traffic and lead generations. But here's what most marketers overlook. Behind GEO are psychological and cognitive triggers. For example, you've got the authority bias. If AI presents your brand as the recommended answer, it automatically earns more trust. Then you have the identification effect. Being directly mentioned makes users feel a stronger connection or relevance. And then you've got a social proof. When the AI says this is relevant for you, it validates the brand through perceived consensus. So by combining structured content with more frequent AI mentions, brands can influence consumer action and strengthen positioning in a world where AI is quickly becoming the new gatekeeper of attention. And this connects neuroscience, psychology, and marketing visibility. It's not just about being seen, but being endorsed by systems shaping our decisions. And here are a few key takeaways for you marketers. The adoption of GEO is still growing, but it's accelerating fast. More users, especially Gen Z, now default to AI assistants for answers instead of browsing the web. And with Google's search generative experience shifting towards conversational generative results, this trend is only getting stronger. So brands that move early will become tomorrow's go-to authorities. So now the challenge is to master GEO while maintaining a strong content, influence, and UX strategy. And remember, GEO doesn't replace SEO, it complements it at the moment. So basically, SEO makes you visible in search results when GEO makes you visible inside AI responses. So to conclude, GEO isn't just another buzzword, it's a visibility revolution. If a brand wants to stay relevant in the age of AI, it needs to show up not only in search results, but in the answers that AI gives. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back soon with more insights on branding, marketing strategy, and consumer psychology. See you next time on Mind the Markets. Bye!